And welcome to the Hardin Simmons Coaches Show. I'm Al Pickett. Jeff Whitehead, the offensive coordinator, filling in for Coach Jesse Burleson, who had to be out of pocket with a family matter today. As, of course, the Cowboys getting ready for the Crosstown Showdown, the battle for the Wilford Moore Trophy, as they take on McMurray on Saturday at Wilford Moore Stadium on the McMurray campus. But before we talk about that one, Jeff, talk about the Howard Payne win. You win last week 40-33 in the conference opener. And I was saying beforehand, I don't know how it was for a coach, for a broadcaster. It was one of the more entertaining games I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. Both teams really battled to win the game. I think both teams came to the game expecting to win, and there was just so many back and forths. You know, when we kind of jumped out and had the early momentum, and then they kind of grabbed it back right before halftime, and then we came back and reasserted ourselves early in the third quarter, and then they came back again late in the third, early in the fourth, and then we were able to put together a long drive there at the end and kind of put the exclamation point on it. But it was just a great American Southwest Conference battle between two of the upper tier teams, I believe, in the conference.
KJ Peoples, of course, after you lost the lead in the third quarter, has the 81-yard kickoff return. That was huge.
Huge play. You know, KJ is an explosive player, very dynamic. Like I mentioned on Saturday, you know, it's one of those where I thought we were going to get the ball around midfield, and then he hit a whole nother gear and, you know, left everybody, and just a total momentum changer in favor of the Cowboys.
Talk about what you guys had to go through. On offense, you were missing your center and your quarterback. Defense, Coach Wilkerson was missing all of his linebackers and a safety. It was really a kind of a piecing it all together. It had to be a challenge.
Yeah, you know, kind of next man up. You know, you don't anticipate those things during the course of the season, but when they do happen, you just have to roll with it and keep going. And we've got quality and capable backups, and you know, and they've gotten great experience now in a great big game and great environment. And you know, but credit to Coach Wilkerson and the defensive staff for piecing that thing together. And they came up with big plays when they had to have them. And then anytime you're having to play with your backup quarterback, there's probably some apprehension and a little bit of nerves, but A.J. Hawkins put that to rest pretty quickly. You know, I thought he went out and handled himself very well. The moment wasn't too big for him at all, and he prepared well. And then I thought, for the most part, minus a play or two here or there, he performed well in the game.
I will admit, on defense, I was looking up some numbers of names I didn't know before. I'd never seen before.
Right. You know, just young guys stepping up. A kid like Trey Irvin, you know, got him from Alpine, and he kind of did everything for Alpine High School. He was a kid we were very high on, and, you know, stepped in, and I believe he was the defensive player of the week of the conference. Just a great job there, and he'll be a kid that just gets better and better each week, and every time he gets to step out there and play.
One of your seniors, DeMarcus Coleman, comes up with the interception that kind of seals the win.
Yeah, D. Cole, he's everybody's favorite. You know, he's just a great kid, great young man, and to watch him have a big play to kind of settle the outcome of the game, man, you couldn't be happier for him. He was one that was kind of on the fence on whether to come back, take the COVID extra year or not, and he said he just couldn't imagine not coming back and playing one more year with his brothers, and he's had a big impact on our season already.
Let's talk about the injuries. Who will you get back this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just a day-to-day on several of the guys, you know. I think Cade Mickna's trending forwardly. You know, I don't know if it'll be a return this week or the next, but I think he's trending positively. Galen Glenn's trending positive. He'll be day-to-day. He did more yesterday in practice than he's done in a while, and he's trending in a good direction as well. And so, you know, our training room is full, and and those guys are attacking the rehab and attacking the process of getting themselves back out on the field, and we'll be a lot better when they do.
Had to be a confidence builder for the young guys that got a chance to play, though.
Oh, definitely. You know, I mean, those guys, you know, they some of them don't know much. They haven't been here very long, you know. I mean, they're just kind of figuring it out on the fly, and they're, you know, guys that maybe early in the year weren't getting a ton of reps, and then they've been thrust into the limelight, and they've had to go perform and play, and really for the most part, those guys performed well in the game.
I don't know if I know the rules for sure. Kason Hanna got a targeting call and it was ejected. Does he have to sit out the first half of the McMurray game?
That's correct. He'll be out the first half of the game, and then can get back in the second half.
Let's talk about McMurray.
Yes,
They're off to a 2-2 start. They're playing much better.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Neal's got those guys going over there. They're playing well. Really, honestly, they should probably be 3-1. They lost a 1-point game to Birmingham Southern, where they had very, very much a chance to win that game. Came from behind and had a chance to take the lead late in the game. So they're playing a lot more confident, both sides of the ball, and it'll be a great atmosphere and a great game next week or this week.
They've got a freshman quarterback who seemingly has done a pretty good job for them.
Yeah, I think he's a junior college transfer who redshirted, and he's come over and done a good job for him. Coach Neal does a great job with offensive guys and quarterbacks in particular, and he's coached him exceptionally well, and he's playing with a lot of confidence.
What are keys for the Cowboys then?
Yeah, I mean, keys are probably the same as Coach Burleson would sit here and say. Offensively, we've got to take care of the ball, number one. Number two, we've got to extend drives, and we got to convert on 3rd and 4th down. And when we get in the red area, we've got to cash in with touchdowns. Defensively, I think Coach Wilk would tell you we got to force turnovers. We've got to be great 3rd down defense, and then we've got to limit the big plays. And then QRF, we've got to do our job. Special teams, we've got to do our job. And then we've got to make some plays that affect the outcome of the game.
I've often said that turnover margin sometimes is the most decisive thing in football. You won the turnover margin against Howard Payne last week, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean it's crucial. I mean if we can take possessions away from the other team and give more possessions to your team, and then never give the ball away to the other team, then yeah, your chances of winning go up dramatically.
Coach, it'll be a lot of fun. 6:00 game at McMurray at Wilford Moore Stadium on Saturday. Good luck.
Hey, thanks a lot, Al.
Jeff Whitehead, offensive coordinator, filling in for Coach Jesse Burleson. That's the Hardin Simmons Coaches Show. I'm Al Pickett. Thanks for joining us.